One of our roles is to try to bridge the gap between science and policy, and in doing so we try to build on our network of all those scientists in all our member organizations and come up with a synthesis of their research and present that in the policy brief information. The last report we made, we launched here today at the Forest Day 6, and that's one you see here: understanding relationship between biodiversity, carbon, forest and people, the key to achieving REDD+ objectives. This is a huge report, and it has been gathered together by 40 scientists led by John Perrotta, who is from the US Forest Service, a very experienced forest scientist working in 30 years with tropical forest ecology. And then the whole project is chaired by our Christoph Wellberger from our UFRU headquarters, who is coordinating this kind of global forest expert panel. And this is what it is. We have a specific problem, a specific challenge, and then we try to gather this expert panel from all over the world. We have also, when we do some huge report like this, we put together a policy brief, very short synthesis of all these opportunities and risk you have in this matter here. Now let me try to summarize very briefly what is the main synthesis of this report. Forest is not only about carbon. Forest cover 1/3 of the global land area, and it's not about carbon sequestration or carbon emission. It's also about the 1.2 billion people whose livelihood depends on forest. It's also about the many rare species of animals and plants, which we call together biodiversity, who depends on the forest. So it's understandable with the climate change that politicians and lawmakers, legal makers have looked upon forest and carbon in the beginning as REDD+ focus on. But if you need to have a balanced, you need to have this more comprehensive long-term approach where you try to have a win-win situation between those three different goals: forest for people, forest for biodiversity, and for climate, for meeting climate change. This is in fact, in a nutshell and put very simple, what this policy brief is about. I should add also that UFRU could not do this without drawing on our whole voluntary group of people, of forest scientists. So that's the only way we can do it, because it takes time and it takes money to bring this together. So we draw on the forest scientists from all over the world, and then we draw on donors for each specific report. And for this report here, it's the Austrian Ministry for Life, it's the US Forest Service, it's the Finnish Minister of Foreign Affairs, and it's the German Ministry for Environment and the Dutch SNV for Development Aid, who has sponsored this report here. And next time we will look into what's the next problem for the policymakers dealing with forest and trees, and then we will try to gather new researchers interested in that specific field, and that could be global governance that we have done earlier, it could be some other problems, and then we'll try to find donors specific interest in that and come up in the right timely manner. And that was so interesting to hear in our session today, that those people who are doing the negotiations, they don't want to have the research afterwards when they have made the decision. They ask today, why don't we get this scientific based analysis before we make our negotiations, before we make the decisions, because that's when we need them. And that's what we try to in UFRU, get the best expert panels to give this information timely and precisely when the policymakers they need it, when the decision makers need it.